This morning, we're checking in with a pharmacist for a look at how the industry is handling the COVID-19 pandemic. Peter Dean is the Senior Director of Central Pharmacy Operations with Rexall, and he joins us this morning. Good to speak with you.
Good morning.
I'm curious, what have you been hearing from your fellow pharmacists on the front lines?
So our pharmacists actually feel very safe because we put a lot of protective measures in place in our pharmacies, such as acrylic barriers at drop-off and pickup, at point-of-sale tills. We have thorough and frequent hand washing and disinfection protocols. So they feel safe. Our patients are feeling safe. They're feeling very relied upon for extending refills when patients are out of their refills or their medications. In certain provinces that allow it, they're being relied upon to adapt prescriptions, or in certain circumstances, they're spending a lot of time on the phone screening patients, triaging, providing a lot of information to answer questions that patients have, and just reassure them. A lot of patients are feeling lonely and isolated. And one thing that I'm most impressed with is the compassion and empathy of our patients. They're even checking in to make sure that our pharmacists are feeling okay.
Well, speaking of patients, we've done a couple of stories and have had questions put to us about drug shortages. We've been hearing from viewers who used to be able to pick up a 3-month supply of a prescription. They now have been dropped to 1 month at a time. Are you concerned about supply chain for medications?
That's a good question. So I'd say in the beginning of the pandemic, I did have some definite concerns with supply of medications. Certain medications were even constrained before the pandemic hit. And at the beginning, we definitely saw a surge in demand for refills. And this created a lot of pressure on the supply system. So the pharmacies and the suppliers and manufacturers, they've all been working together to manage the supply chain. And one of the best ways to do that is to limit the supply to 30 days. This ensures equitable supply to more Canadians. And we've been working with governments and understanding what's the best course forward to make sure that we can sustain that medication supply.
Obviously, that creates a lot of fear in patients when they're used to being able to have that cushion of the 3-month supply. You know, they can only order it 4 weeks at a time. What would you say to them?
The concern I think I've heard is that they might have to make more frequent trips to the pharmacy, but there are ways to stay safe, even if you do need to go to the pharmacy more frequently. Like I said, we've set up those safety measures. Make sure that you're prepared ahead of time. Call the pharmacies so that you can make sure that your prescription is ready, and you can limit the amount of time that you spend in the pharmacy. We can text you as soon as it's ready. We can offer free delivery in a lot of cases as well. So that's what I would suggest.
All right, I want to thank you for joining us this morning, answering some of our questions.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.